Shalom, shalom, shalom. This is Kadar of Nation and Kings and Priests coming with a quick class on call your brother and diligency with all humility. Call your brother in humility. So first and foremost, I want to say call Allah Yahweh HaMashiac HaMashiac. Let's give it all honor and glory to the Most High through His only begotten Son. Coming with this quick class today from the Rakakadash, the Holy Spirit coming on me to teach this class according to the scriptures. I'm going to give honor to the elders of Nation of Kings and Priests, NOKAP. Also double honors to the elders of Marshara Yasharhala, who we kneel ourselves to with all submissiveness. All praise to the Most High. So let's dive on in. First piece I'm coming with is Genesis 4 and 9 to cap on what's going into is how Cain killed his brother Abel, and the Most High is coming to him to ask him, where's Abel, your brother? So that's what we're going into. And this is Genesis 4 and 9. And the Lord said unto Cain, where is Abel thy brother? And he said, I know not. Am I my brother's keeper? Yes, you're supposed to be your brother's keeper. But obviously this brother did not see it that way. He had hatred and envy of his brother. So let's see what transpired. Verse 10. And he said, what hast thou done? The voice of thy brother's blood crieth unto me from the ground. You didn't try to save your brother. So guess what? Your brother's blood is crying to the Most High, asking for that vengeance for what his brother has done to them. So this is for our people, for Yasharahla, for our nation, to let them know we can't be having hate and strife against each other. We need to call our brother with all humility. Forget all that pride and things that you want to hold on to. Let that thing go. Call your brother, man. Plead to that man. Call your brother or your sister. Call them. Call each other. We need to build. Come back to the law, statutes, commandments. Come back to each other. Regroup. Regroup with each other. Like Zephaniah 2 and 1 said, gather yourself together, O nation not desired. We have to gather together. Come back to the fold. Let's get Leviticus 19 and 17. Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thy heart. Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor, and not suffer sin upon him. Guess what? We can't hate our brother in our heart, man. Pick up that phone or whatever form of calling your brother. Call your brother, man. Do not suffer that sin upon him. Rebuke your brother. Rebuke your sister. Tell them what they going off. Have them to tell you where you going off. A man that's too prideful, he going to be destroyed. We got to stop that, Yasharahla. Verse 18. Thou shalt not avenge, nor bear any grudge against the children of thy people, but thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. Salakia. I am Yahweh. Guess what? Yahweh said that. That's a commandment. That's a decree. There's no way you can go around that. He said for us not to grudge one another, but to love one another. We need to be doing that. Not coming up with excuses. Oh, this brother said this about my doctrine. Oh, this brother said this about me committing this sin. You need to forget about that, brother. You need to come back together. You need to call your brother if you got animosity or beef with all humility and long suffering. Call that brother with love and compassion. Let's get Job 22 and 29. When men are cast down, then thou shalt say, there is lifting up, and he shall save the humble person. You got to be humble, brother. That's how the Most High going to save you, redeem you out of this captivity, this slothfulness, this flesh that you're in. He gonna redeem you out of this if you be humble, brother. You have to be humble. Come back to the Most High God's law, statutes, commandments. That's the only way for you to make it. If not, you're gonna taste death. And guess what? We don't want to taste when that day comes. Because that day gonna be destruction. It's gonna be damnation. Let me get Psalms 50 and 19. Thou givest thy mouth to evil, and thy tongue frameth deceit. You give your mouth to evil, and your tongue frameth deceit. So you're going to bring deceit upon your brother or your sister, because you framed a brother. You didn't see it. You don't know it. You just framed him. Or if you know a brother, but you still ain't see it, but you just judge him because of something that he did before. You're off, brother and sister. Brother or sister. You're off. You need to come back to the fold, man. Come back to your true identity, man. Because obviously you fell off from it. Thou sittest and speakest against thy brother. Thou slanderest thine own mother's son. You slander your own mother's son. Because believe it or not, we all is siblings to one another. We all just different tribes, but we is the same sibling. You slandering your brother or your sister, you slandering your own mother's son or daughter. By doing so, you're being wicked. We can't be doing that. Verse Psalms 113 and 6. Who humbleth himself to behold the things that are in heaven and in the earth. You gotta humble yourself to behold the things that are in heaven and in earth. You ain't gonna know that until you humble yourself. We gotta come back together. That's the only way we're gonna be able to see what's to come. What's gonna be waiting for us in the kingdom. The ear that heareth the reproof, Slakia. This is Proverbs 15 and 31. We're gonna stop at 33. The ear that heareth the reproof of life abideth among the wise. If you can hear the reproof and not rebuttal against it, or bump shoulders to it, or backbite or back out from it, you shall be you are gonna abide among the wise. You're gonna be right there with the wise men, because a wise man, he's not gonna rebuttal against it. He's not gonna try to fight against what a brother's bringing that reproof. He gonna hear him out. If he's wrong, he gonna say he's wrong. He gonna continue back on the same path he's been. Verse 32. He that refuses instruction despises his own soul. So if you refuse that instruction, which is the reproof, you despise your own soul. But he that heareth the reproof getteth understanding. So if you hear the reproof, you get understanding. You're going to get that understanding. It's going to come to you. You're going to follow the Most High God's law, statutes, commandments. Because that understanding is going to come to you. Because he going to make sure he put it on you. Salakia. Verse 33. The fear of the Lord is the instruction of wisdom, and before honor is humility. So guess what? Fearing him, which is having respect for the Most High, keeping his laws, statutes, commandments, is the instruction of wisdom. That's having wisdom by fearing the Most High. Before honor is humility. So you got to be humble. Have this humility to get the honor. But nah, Yasharahla don't want that. Some of our brothers and sisters don't want that. They want Proverbs 16 and 18 to 20. Pride goeth before destruction, and in haughty spirit before a fall. Straight up, your pride is going to destroy you. And a haughty spirit before a fall. You're going to be all puffed up, but you're going to fall. You all high class, high and mighty, but you're going to fall. if you don't come back and forgive your brother and sister, if you don't love one another and come back together, you going to fall. Better is it, verse 19, better is it to be of an humble spirit with lowly, than a divide the spoil with the proud. I'd rather be a humble spirit than to be the proud and divide the spoil. Because guess what? That proud, he dividing the spoil, but he going to be destroyed. While the humble spirit that's lowly, he going to 9 out of 10 get the kingdom. By being humble and long suffering. This is the things that we have to do. He that handles a matter wisely shall find good. And whosoever trusts in the Lord, happy is he. Guess what? If you handle matters wisely, that means, brothers and sisters, you gotta be thinking. If you see a brother coming your way with some type of folly and wickedness, you need to wink at it and keep it moving. You have to trust in the Lord. Happy is you or her. That's the way you gonna be. The Most High gonna make you happy by doing so. But Yasharahla, again, it's all up to them. They want to choose their own way. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 18, verse 12. Everything's in Proverbs. Before destruction, the heart of man is haughty, and before honor is humility. You got to get humility before you get honor. Unless you're going to be destroyed. He that answereth a matter before he heareth it, it is folly and shame unto him. You need to not answer a matter first before you hear it. You need to hear it out. You got to hear that matter out before you just jump to conclusion. This is what we got to not do, brothers and sisters. We need to hear it out first before we just jump to conclusion. You need to learn to forgive, long suffer, have compassion. Book of Proverbs, chapter 22, verse 3. A prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself, but the simple pass on and are punished. Guess what? A prudent man, he gonna hide himself from the evil that's on his way. But the simple pass on and are punished, because you're gonna be punished for that evil. Because you walked into the evil when you seen it coming a mile away. You gotta be punished for that. Verse 4. By humility and the fear of the Lord are riches and honor and life. By having humility. This is how you going to get the riches, the honor, and life. This is how you going to get that. We jumping past 27. If brothers and sisters want to read that, they can. That's no problem. Proverbs 29 and 22. An angry man stirreth up strife, and a furious man aboundeth in transgressions. Angry man stirreth up strife. These both type of men, they gonna cause destruction. They gonna cause chaos, because this is what they stirring up. This is what in their spirit to do so. Verse 23. A man's pride shall bring him low, but honor shall uphold the humble in spirit. Humble in spirit. That's what you have to be. The fear of man bringeth a snare, but whosoever putteth his trust in the Lord shall be saved. If you put your trust in HaMashiach Yahwahshi, you're going to be saved from the calamity, destruction that's coming. This is the key points where I wanted to get to. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 18, verse 3. And say, I say unto you, except ye be converted and become as little children, you shall not enter into the kingdom of heaven. Whosoever therefore shall humble himself as this little child, the same is greatest in the kingdom of heaven. And whoso shall receive one such little child in my name receiveth me. So this is what you got to do. You got to convert. You got to go back to being a child. Stop trying to think that you know everything, or you stupid important. You need to convert and come back to a child all over again. Keep these laws as commandments. Love one another. Just like our King HaMashiac did, so must we. Verse 6, but whoso shall offend one of these little ones which believe in me, it were better for him that a millstone were hinged about his neck, and that he were drowned in the depth of the sea. Cause boy, what the Most High got in store for you for just pushing one of these little ones off track? Oh man, you gonna regret that. That's why we need to be keeping these laws, such commandments. That's why we need to come back to our true identity and love one another. Call your brother. This is what the class is about. Call your brother. Don't become prideful and let that take over you. Call your brother. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 18, verse 15. I'm going with these last three precepts. Y'all can read the rest on your own. Moreover, if thy brother shall trespass against you, go and tell him his fault between thee and him alone. If he shall hear thee, thou hast gained thy brother. If your brother hears you out of your fault, that's why it's called call your brother, you gonna gain your brother. But if he will not hear thee, then take with thee one or two more, that in the mouth of two of three witnesses every word may be established. If he doesn't hear you, but if you come to him with two or three witnesses to witness what he had done, what he said, just like what you have said, then the every word may be established. Then the subject matter may be established. Verse 17, and if he shall neglect to hear them, tell it unto the church. But if he neglect to hear the church, let him be unto thee as an heathen man and a publican. Letting you know, if he does not want to hearken to the church, to two or three witnesses, then guess what? This brother is not your brother. This brother or sister is literally out there in the world, lost in the sauce, because they want to do what they want to do. So with that, call your brother, and I'm going to say call Allah, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. Shalom, this is Kadar of Nation of Kings and Priests, and Shalom.